You could fill up a stat sheet last year, Amaya. You led the team in assists. You were tied for the lead in rebounds. How do you reflect on your freshman year and looking at the impact that you had?
I would say freshman year went pretty good. It was a year full of firsts, obviously, for like first time playing D1 basketball, first time playing in the Big Ten, all of that. Like you said, had some decent stats, so that was fun too. But I'd just say, reflecting on the experience overall, what I got to do, see, and be with my teammates, it was a great season.
What did you feel like you needed to improve on to really go up to the Big Ten standards? And I'm sure it was quite a learning experience to see what you had to address.
Definitely shooting and taking care of the ball. So that has been a big emphasis for me in this last postseason, this upcoming season. So definitely working on my shot and watching film, learning to play with the better plays to prohibit more turnovers.
Take us through the process of addressing your shot. I'm sure it's difficult when you are of your age, you've been shooting one way for a long time, but have to make those changes. What has that been like for you physically, mentally, the shots that you're putting up? What does that work look like?
It's really hard. I've actually changed my shot like 3 different times in my whole career. So it's nothing new, but each time is very unique and it's pretty frustrating. Because you're not getting the results right away and you want to see them right away. And then you're like, oh, I need to make this happen before the season. But I've had a lot of people support me and help me through it, especially my teammates and my coaches. So it's been hard, but it's also been good. I feel like I've made a lot of progress on it.
Last year, breaking the record for assists for a freshman in Minnesota program history. What did that mean to you in terms of a highlight for last year and carrying you into your sophomore year?
It meant a lot. I actually didn't even know I broke it till after the game. So I didn't hear them say it or whatever over the loudspeaker, but it meant a lot. I love being a point guard. I love setting my teammates up. And obviously I couldn't do that without them. They're the ones getting open. They're the ones making the shot. I'm just passing them the ball. So it meant a lot, and it definitely fuels me to want to break another assist record.
You have deep personal family ties to the University of Minnesota. How important is it for you to be a Gopher, to have stayed here as well?
It's very important. Obviously, family, my brother was there, my mom went to the U as well. But also Minnesota's home. Being able to represent your home state, being able to represent just your state. Little girls can look up to you in a Gopher uniform. I remember when I was young, there weren't many people who stayed at home. Obviously, there was Rachel and Shane and Coach Way, but there wasn't that many. So us 4 staying here and being able to show younger Minnesota girls, hey, stay home, look up to us, all that.
Yeah, your class has been really remarkable in how united you've been. You, Mallory, Mara, and also Nia, too. Take us through what that dedication, that commitment looks like to stay through a coaching change and say, we're staying true to our word, why we came here in the first place, to bolster this program, to show all the other Minnesota talents that this is a place they want to be.
We actually talk about that a lot. During the coaching change, there really was never the question, are we going to go? We said we were going to come to Minnesota for a reason. We wanted to turn the program around. Yes, we did commit to Coach Way, but we also did commit to the university and to the state as well. So we want to do what we said we wanted to do.
Your teammate Mara wins the gold medal, 3-on-3, different kind of basketball. What are you seeing from her? And what is it like to play alongside someone who's an all Big Ten freshman kind of player?
It's honestly amazing. Obviously that's my shooter. Give her the ball. She's making shots. But I see a lot of growth in her, from confidence, just being a vocal leader, and just presence on the court. Her game has definitely increased or gotten better from all the experience she's gotten. And I just love playing with her because she just has such a high IQ and insight to the game.
You mentioned your brother Jamison going on to Ohio State. What do you see for him as he advances in his college career in a new spot?
I see he's very happy. I mean, he's in an environment he really enjoys. He's having a good time. And I'm just happy he's having a good time. And I just can't wait to see him. I know that he plays the U at home this year. Definitely be at that game. So even though he's left, Minnesota's always home for him.
I know you got to get a little more familiar with each other's games during the COVID lockdown and kind of working out in the gym together. How do your games kind of mesh a little bit? And what was that experience like to just be able to play basketball?
When we were younger, our games were polar opposites. I think they still are a little bit. He's definitely a stronger shooter. I can't believe I admitted that. But and I'm more of the aggressive, attacking point guard distributor. But now he's been getting more comfortable putting the ball on the floor, and I've been getting more comfortable shooting it out on the perimeter. So although we have our differences, we both kind of have similar games in a way.
Let's talk a little bit about you. I have seen you on sidelines for football, for soccer matches as a photographer. And honestly, the photos are stunning that you put on social media. Where did that passion come from? How much time do you dedicate to it? Is it just fun for you or something you maybe see for the future?
It's a passion I've had for a while, but I didn't fully invest into it until this past May, when I got my first camera. I got a film camera, and then I got a digital camera come like July-ish. Super passionate about it. I love it. I don't know what the future's going to bring for me for it, but I know I just want to continue to do it. And whatever time I have outside of school and basketball is definitely time I prioritize for my photography.
What was it like to be on the sidelines at Huntington Bank Stadium to see the Gophers and their opponents come in, just to have that kind of front row seat? And you're working at the same time, but that's obviously got to be a cool experience.
It was a great experience. It was a little intimidating because you have people with these like huge 400 millimeter lenses, and I'm over here with like a 70 to 200. But it was amazing. I was right there when the team ran out of the tunnel. It was really cool to get those shots. I love the whole experience. Love it all.
Hey, you'll get there, get the commitment. Maybe some NIL money might go to
For real.
getting that lens.
Yeah, definitely.
You also are a host of the highly entertaining Gold-Blooded podcast, taking over with Rachel Bannum. She obviously has commitments over the summer with the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA and her career. What do you enjoy about leading that podcast, giving an inside look to this program and to your teammates?
I really like it because I'm able to kind of just show. I like it because I like to take it as a way to show the viewers who we are outside of basketball. And obviously we'll talk about basketball a little bit, but I like to use it as an opportunity for my teammates and whoever I bring on to just show your personality, show who you are, talk about your interests and all that. So I just love it, so I can use it as a way for my teammates and friends to express themselves.
The Big Ten tournament is in Minneapolis, just about 15 minutes away from the barn. Of course, you want to advance farther this year, but how do you measure that progress? What would a step forward look like, and what needs to happen to have that sign of improvement?
We're a very process-driven team. Every day our goal is to get 1% better. So come the season, every game, we just want to get better than the next game. So wherever that 1% per game leads us to is where we'll be. And I think if we get better 1% each game, we'll definitely have a longer run in the Big Ten tournament.
What are you most looking forward to in the Big Ten season? An arena, a player to guard, anything that stands out where you feel like this is a matchup I'm looking for?
I'm obviously the UConn game, and with that, packing the barn consistently throughout the season. When it gets loud in there and there's a lot of people, it's electrifying. It's super loud. You can't really even hear yourself think. So just playing in that energetic environment and feeding off the fans, I can't wait for that.
I mean, you obviously played in the barn too, in state tournaments in the past as well. How special is it to be back on that raised floor where you have had those memories?
It's very special. It's kind of like a full circle moment. One state there, then came back and played the next year there. And one year, I think it was 2019, the barn was packed and it was super loud. So knowing that it can get like that, and I want that to happen for our team right now, just trying to bring that energy back.
How would you describe the culture of this team under a new head coach? You return a lot of pieces as well, but what does that look like, and how is that playing out on and off the court?
We're a team, or on the court, we're a team who's very hardworking, very driven. We don't take breaks off, and we always finish the play. And on the court and off the court as well, we're very entertaining and goofy. We always let our personalities show, and our coaches let us show our personalities on and off the court. So we all love each other. We have great chemistry, both on and off the court. So that would be our culture, our personality.
I'm sure you guys have a chip on your shoulder, want to make a statement this year. What should people know about the Gophers?
That we are going to be very entertaining to watch. We're going to be very hardworking, and we're going to win a lot more games this year.